Hi, my name is Roger from airtanksplus.com. Today I want to show you our Stikman PCP fill adapter and show you how it's used to fill a pre-charged air rifle. So the tank I'm going to be using today, this is a 44 cubic foot carbon fiber tank. You fill it to, or have it filled to 4,500 psi, and then you can use it to charge your air guns. This air gun that I'm going to be filling today is a modified air arms. It's not something you see every day. This one's been modified to be regulated and to have a 3,600 psi tank. So this tank can be filled actually to 3,650. So let's get started. I've already filled this in another video, so it's going to fill pretty fast. That's simply because this is already full. But I'm just going to run through the process so you can better understand how to fill your rifle with a Stikman. So the Stikman comes in this nice padded case. It weighs less than a pound, so it's very light. It stays nice and neat, organized. You open it up, and this is our Stikman. This fill device has a CGA 347 fitting here that threads on to this tank right here. So we'll go ahead and connect this guy on. I'm going to spin it around so you can see it, just like that. There we go. Tilt it up so the camera can see it. This is a one-way check valve. Air can go in this valve, and we use that for cascade filling, which no other adapter offers on the market right now. But it's also used, and its primary feature was to be used to keep this female Foster fitting out of the dirt. In most fill systems, this whip will hang down, and you don't want this to get dirty, so we wanted to make a way to basically store this when you're not using it, so it keeps everything clean. Another nice feature of this is that you can actually show the remaining pressure in a tank. Now these FCBA tanks have a gauge on them to show you how much air is in the system. This one says it's about 4,500 psi, maybe 44. And I'll just pressurize it real quick and show you guys. We'll just see how much pressure is in this tank. I'm going to crack the valve. Try and keep my hand out of the frame here. There it goes. It looks like we're at 40, just barely over 4,200 psi. So I'm going to go ahead and close this valve and bleed this system. The Stikman also has a hole in the back, so all the air vents out the back, so it doesn't hit you in the face and scare the crap out of you. I'm going to go ahead and bleed this air off. Alright, so now to use this to fill your air gun, this will, out of the box, the Stikman will fill air guns that have this type of a fitting. It's called a male Foster fitting. So air guns that have this type of a fitting on the gun itself, you can simply just connect the Stikman fill whip directly to. Other guns may require an adapter to go from this type of a fitting and connect to your fill probe for the gun that you're using. So if you're just using, most guns do have this male Foster, you'll just connect this end of the hose whip. And it's a 48-inch hose whip. You'll connect it in to the air gun that you're going to fill. And you're going to want to make sure that that clicks in, it's locked in. You don't want that loose. You want to make sure it's snug so it doesn't come off during the fill process. So we're going to go ahead and make sure this bleed valve is closed. And I'm going to slowly open this valve again. And you're going to watch the air come in. And I've topped this tank off to 3,500, so we'll bring it up to 3,600 here. So slowly open this valve. And even right now, a lot of people say these valves fill way too fast. Right now this tank is pretty much charged, so I'm just filling the air volume of this tube right here, this micro bore fill whip. The air is not going into this tank because it has a check valve also. And right now the pressure in this tank is about 3,500 psi, so it's not really allowing any air. But you can see how I can control it. I can just control it nice and slow. And it hasn't, you'll hear it click when that valve opens up. It's going to open here in a second. Get this out of the way. See it stop right there? So that's how much pressure was in the tank. So actually now the air is going all the way into the air gun. So I'm going to slowly bring it up. Right now we're at 35. And we'll stop right there. It's about 30. There we go. So I've pressurized to the pressure I wanted my gun at. And your gun will vary. Most of the air guns you only charge to about 2800 psi. So having said that, let's go ahead and this valve is now closed, and I'm going to open this and bleed the air out, and then I'm going to remove this, and that's it. So that's our Stikman. We're very proud of it, and people seem to really like it, and we're very happy, and we thank you guys for the support. Any questions, feel free to visit us at airtanksplus.com, and we have our phone number right there. Feel free to give us a call. Thanks a lot for your time.